In today's episode, you're going to learn 3 words that you're probably using every single day when you're doing your manifestation practice and creating the life that you want, that are probably pushing you further away from the things that you want to experience and receive. And the worst part about this, and it's actually kind of ironic, is the manifestation community and the spiritual community, and every book that we read from every one of our favorite teachers mentions to use these words, or they say even in law of attraction, law of assumption, they mention to use these certain words. And once I removed these words and came up with alternate words that I felt were empowering, it's exactly what happened. I felt empowered. I felt the embodiment of those words. I believed my conviction and my knowing in the words that I spoke. I wasn't speaking affirmations. I was actually speaking things into existence. And that's literally what is happening in my experience right now. And it's pretty great. So I want to share this with you, and you're going to learn this in this video today. Language is a power of creation. In the beginning, like in the Bible, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. So it's not just what is we speak just for language and communication. It is literally creating and shaping everything that we experience in our inward, in our internal being and our outside experience in this 3D reality. So in the mental plane, in the physical plane, it shapes and creates our reality by the words that we simply speak. And I started thinking about this with this quote, the Word was God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and all that. And I started reflecting on this. God didn't say, I have a goal to create light. You just kind of stay with me for a second. He didn't say, I want light. And I'm sure God didn't say, I will take action on creating light. He just said, let there be light. And there was light. He didn't say, I have a goal to create light. Now, what action do I need to take to create this light? Or what goal do I need to get to create this light? It was, let there be light, and then there was light. Done. And I started noticing this where I was saying this in my head with, God didn't have a goal to create light. He didn't want to create light. He didn't take action to create light. He said, just let there be light, and there was light. And from that word and that language that God spoke is present moment now. It's declarative. It is authoritative. And there's no distance. There's no separation. There's no lack. It's right now that I have this right now. Right. And that's the frequency of our words and our vibration of our words. It's in the power of its creation. And most of us are speaking in the frequency of a separation without even realizing it. And like I said, in today's video, we're going to break down these 3 simple words that I suggest you stop using. And I encourage you to use these alternate words, which I'm going to share with you now. So the first word to stop saying is goal. We're in a new year now. We're already middle of February. I'm sorry. So we're already almost 2 months into the new year. And as I'm going grocery shopping or running my errands or talking to different clients of mine and talking about their goals and that here goal this or goal that, I start thinking why I don't like that word. And I haven't liked this word for the last couple of months, and for good reason, because I started to observe how goal meant to me, what the definition of goal was to me, how from growing up from adolescence into my experience and saying, like, I have all these goals, or it's good to have these goals. And most of the time, 9 times out of 10, most of these people don't ever achieve those goals. They don't get to them. They're like things that they put on the shelf and they're like, oh, someday I'll get to it. Maybe it's a goal of mine to experience this. It's a goal of mine to have that. Oh yeah, someday I'll get to that goal. But there was nothing that it took. So inside probably 99% of all of us, inside our subconscious belief, because this is how everyone talks about goals, that you start them, but you don't finish them. you start to, but you don't get to the end of that goal. And that goal just kind of almost also too subconsciously, you hear that saying, the moving of the goalpost, right? It just keeps getting further and further and further away. The goal keeps moving further and further away. So it's not something that I want to like having that in my subconscious mind. So I want to eliminate that. And I didn't like the word goal because it's, to me, what I take from the word goal is something out there. It's something in the future. You don't have it yet. You have no idea how to reach this goal. You don't even know what the first step it is. You just know it's a goal you like. And if I get to it, I get to it, right? Nothing encouraging or empowering or authoritative or godly in that word. It creates distance. It creates lack. It puts your desire on the horizon instead of in the palm of your hands, right? So I want you to listen to this and see how this feels. My goal is financial freedom. My goal is financial freedom. My goal is to find love, a better partner, or better friendships. My goal is to be confident. Okay. It still feels like it's over there. It's outside of me, that I don't have control. At least when I hear it in everyone else speak that way, that's a goal of mine, right? It's something to obtain someday, still out there. You're still chasing it. What I want you to replace this with, and I encourage you to replace this with, achievable. Now listen to how this sounds. Financial freedom is achievable for me. Love is achievable for me. Confidence is achievable for me. Do you feel that difference? Do you feel how authoritative, how passionately that feels in the now, that you have it, that you're embodying that already, that state, that feeling, the being of just saying that this is achievable for me? Because when I say the word achievable, and what this means to me is it's already possible. It's already within reach. It's already in the palm of my hand, that I already have the capacity and all the things needed to accomplish it. It's already done, right? And the word carries accomplishment. It carries just a finite fact. There's nothing to argue outside of it. It's achievable for me. And so what I want you to start looking at too, it carries certainty. There is no doubt. There is no lack, right? So I want you to start looking at it from something like instead of saying that you have a goal and say you're going to put this on the shelf and say like, maybe someday I have this goal. It's like, this is, this is achievable for me, right? I can achieve this no matter what. It's achievable, meaning I know I can do it. So everything that comes up to me that is a challenge, it's achievable. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how it's going to come about, but it's achievable. I can do anything. There is no limitations to what I can and cannot do, or what I cannot be or not be, or what I cannot have. There is no limitations to that. Everything is attainable. Everything is achievable. So I hope already you can already feel and hear that difference. And when you use the word achievable, your brain starts to think from that end. It already starts to think from that done accomplishment. It's not how do I get there? It's how do I accomplish this, right? And you reverse engineer it. I do a lot of real estate deals is another business of mine. I do real estate investing, and I also coach a lot of people in real estate investing for someone, really big in this space. And with a lot of deals that we do, the way that I make real estate deals in our offers is most as effective as I possibly can is I reverse engineer those offers. I reverse engineer the deal, and I make it work for everybody to where everything's aligned. No pun intended, but everything's aligned, and it makes it so much easier. The everybody that's involved with the deal to close it and who bought it is satisfactory all across the board. And so when I start looking at it, I was like, well, all I have to do is reverse engineer. And I think from it already being done with achievable. So let me just reverse engineer this and see how this all plays out. Right. And you'll see as we continue on in this video, in this episode here, how it all connects, where you can see it's very formalic, it's very systematic, and to where you always know when you're on a line or outside of it. And which is the beautiful part about this. And that's when divine downloads start coming in because it's achievable, right? The ideas, the synchronicities, the random opportunities that aren't random at all, because you're no longer speaking from lack, you're speaking from inevitability, right? And that is from using the word achievable, right? So you start looking at that and it starts saying like, okay, I already know the downloads. Like and I have this a lot happen with even right now, my personal business that's going on right now. I'm actually creating some things, some funnels and some other stuff that I'm doing that I don't know how I'm going to do them. I don't know how they're going to come about, but I know it's achievable for me. So it takes the pressure off knowing that I already can accomplish this because it's achievable. I can do anything. So the pressure's off. The doubt is gone. Get that out of my way. So now I'm open to receive the downloads from God in me to say, okay, you know what, Nick? This is the process. Try this out. This is the flow. You're going to have this go. Because I already take the mentality that it's achievable. I don't say someday, it's now. It's achievable, meaning it's already done. Then when it's already done, what was the things that came to be to get there? And that's when the divine downloads start coming. So like say for this, for example, my goal is to make $10,000 a month. Making $10,000 a month is achievable for me. I know a lot of you out there who probably are entrepreneurs, business owners, even if you want a promotion in your job, are probably saying, man, I want more money, or I want to make $10,000. My goal is to make $10,000, or my goal is to make six figures by the end of the year. That's my goal. No. Making six figures at the end of the year is achievable for me because it's now. I already have that. It happened. It's achievable. Done. It's not a goal that by subconscious definition of all the experiences and accumulated experiences that we have of what a goal is somewhere out there, the lack of that doesn't have it now, and not knowing what steps to take. The achievable is speaking with authoritative God power in you, right? Or like my goal is to heal my body. Healing my body is achievable for me. Having great health is achievable for me. Being able to run a 5K is achievable for me. Being able to bench press my max like I did in high school is achievable for me at the age of 42, right? Whatever you want to say, you see what I'm saying? It's like whatever it is you want to do, you can do it. It's achievable. Nothing is impossible to you at all, period. Everything is attainable and achievable to you, right? And once one puts it in the future, right, with goal, and the other puts it with the realm of what's already possible for you right now and what is meant for you. What is yours by divine right as God in you, the power that's in you, right? So that's the number one word to stop using as goal and use achievable instead of goal. So word number 2 to stop using, and I passionately, this one drives me absolutely up the effing wall crazy, is the word action. It is the most overused, misused word in our community. I love how people and other coaches and different spiritual teachers will tell you, you must take action. If you want to make $1 million or if you want more money, you must take action. You will take the right action by being in this identity. You will take the right action. But when it comes to your SP or relationships, don't take the action. Action's bad. You let them come to you. You don't take action. Or you can take action, but only if you're in the identity of that you can take action based on who you are. So take action or don't take action is completely based on who you're being. Like, pick a side. Pick a side. What is it? And the thing is because they don't know the definition of what the word action is, right? And the manifestation community is obsessed with this word action. You have to take action. Manifesting without action is just wishing. And what action are you taking today to make your dreams and goals come alive? What action are you taking? And I get it. I understand the intention of the word action, but the word itself is creating force. Just like how goal was creating lack and out there, the word action is creating force and pressure. Like, you must take action. Like, okay, dude, stop yelling at me. Like, just kind of, I'm trying to understand what action do I take? Am I taking the right action? Is this the right action? I don't even know. You know, how do I know what action is the right action? And that's what most of you are asking when you're coming to this part of your journey or your path in manifesting or creating the life that you want to experience. You'll say, like, am I taking the right action? Am I doing the right action? Is this the right action? What is the right action? And you never just take the first step because you're so focused on what action is that it's kind of like I'm trying to avoid the landmines and not take the wrong action. It's how you ever going to take something to your achievable end if you don't take this step. So when I started thinking in that way, I was like, man, I hate this word. There's got to be something else that feels empowering, like achievable, but that can replace the word action, because it puts the power outside of you. And there is nothing that's powerful outside of me. Everything is within me. Nothing is greater than I am, right? Everything comes from me. I am the source. I am the cause to all the outside effects. So knowing that, what brings that into, what word could I use that gives me that feeling and empowerment and replace action? And so here's the word I want you to replace action with, is implementation. So this is what I say. Implementation means I am doing it right now. The answer is already within me. The step is already clear. It's not force. Implementation is flow. And it's not out there. It's already here. So why this works is because the answer is already within me. I already know what to do. All I have to do is be consciously aware to hear. Once I already say something is achievable, and I start doing that reverse engineer process, okay, then if that's achievable, then I'm going to be aware and consciously aware, looking and hearing of God in me and getting that divine download to know what my next step is by what my next implementation is. What were the implementations that made that thing achievable? So you'll start, when you start asking this, you'll notice these answers start coming to you, right? And it can be on anything. It doesn't have to be business or money or growth or anything like that. It could be on your health. It could be on your SP, your relationships, friendships, whatever it is. It can be on anything. What things do you implement? And here's the key thing I want you to understand, because the step is pretty clear. Implementation starts with you first. Okay? So you have your things that are achievable. Now we come to implementation. Implementation, the first step you need to take without wondering if this is the right step or the wrong step, is the first thing you always need to do is make sure the implementation in you is number one. The feeling has got to be there, right? The right thoughts. I think it, I speak it, I know it, I am, all have to be in you, implemented in you, before you can start implementing things out there that are aligned to the alignment of I am. And you'll start seeing this. So we got some stuff that's kind of connecting. You can see achievable already connects to implementation, because implementation, how you know you're taking the first step to implement right now, there's nothing to think about. It's implementation. It's do it, get it done. It's done now, right? It starts within you first. So once this implementation is established within you first, that's the cause. Now, from that cause, the implementation out here starts becoming the effect. You see how that starts happening? Versus, what action do I take? Something outside of me has to be done, because there has to be action that I have to take. And you don't look where the first place where it matters is in you. You have to implement it in you first, right? So every implementation becomes an accomplishment. I want you to remember this. Every implementation becomes an accomplishment. So it's not what action do I need to take. It's what is ready to be implemented right now. Right here, right now. What is ready to be implemented right here, right now. So if you think about, let's say if it's, I'll give some examples here in a second, but you with saying the word implementation, you feel this shift of energy already. I know you do, because even me saying it, I feel the empowerment of it. You're not chasing anything. You're activating, you're implementing, and it all becomes in you. So you're activating the power in you. And then you take that implementation as the effect, right? Because you're the cause, and all the answers come to you, as they always do, because it's inevitable, because already it's an achievable. So all the answers are already done. I already know how to get there. I just need to be consciously aware to let those things come to my mind and implement those things. So, example, I need to take action on my business. I'm implementing the next step in my business. What action should I take to manifest X, Y, or Z? What's ready to be implemented right now? What's ready to be implemented right now to my achievable? So I'm already connecting. So you can see that already. I'm already connecting what's ready to be implemented to my achievable. So action is force. Implementation is alignment. The universe responds to alignment, not force. All right. So that's word number 2. Word number 3, and this is a big one, is the word want. It's, in my opinion, is the most toxic word in manifestation community. And almost everyone uses it constantly. And where it puts us, everything is outside of us and it's on the pedestal, right? And it pushes things out further. Now, I get where want comes from, and where most people are explaining how to use it is you got to know where what you want in order to know where you're going. And you got to know specifically what it is that you're really looking for, what you really want, be specific on what you want. So once you know that, now I'm not saying you can't ask yourself that, but I would ask myself that once, and that's it. And that's the last time you would ever say want, or I would ever suggest you would ever say want in your manifestation and creating the life that you want. Because once you start doing that, let's kind of go down some of the examples here. I want love. I want money. I want success. Okay, that's great. But it's also, want is the language of lack. Kind of goes back all the way to goal, right? It's something that's out there outside of me. I want this, meaning I don't have this, right? So what was another word that I could replace this that would give me the empowerment of already being in my end, of the state of the wish fulfilled, if you will? And when you say I want, when you're affirming, that's a really bad thing, is I don't have it. I need it. I'm without it. I crave it. It's not here yet. How do I experience this? I'm not whole. I want this. And when I have this, then I can be whole. Then I can be this. And you see kind of the rabbit hole it just goes down by using the word want. And the universe says, you know what? Yes, you want it. You don't have it. Noted. I'll give you more of that. Oh, you still want it? You still don't have it? Okay, you're right. I'll give you more of that. And it gives you everything that you want. But what you want is not what you are receiving and experiencing, because it prevents that from happening because you want it. You don't have it. And I want to refer to scripture, for whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. I'm going to read that part of scripture again. For whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. And whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. Because what you don't have, more of that will be taken from you. You'll never experience that which you want because you do not have. If you have, more of what you have will be given to you. So by saying, let's kind of recap our first words. We have the achievable, and then we have implementation. So these words put the feeling, put it done, put it there is no, well, maybes or how do we, or lacks, or anything outside of you. It's all empowered within you. It's now. Implementation is now. Achievable means it's already happened. It's already done. I already have. Right? So already putting in more of what I have, meaning then I will have more abundance will be given to me because I already have. Right? So the universe will say, yes, you have this. Okay. More of it you will have. Noted. Yes, you have this. Okay, great. More of it you shall have. Yes, you are right. I will give you more of this. You see? So the word I would want you to replace want with is ascend. Okay? And here's what I say instead of want. What am I ascending to? And there is a reason why I say not what do I want, but what is my ascension? What am I ascending to? Meaning already and done. The implication of it is upward movement, is evolution. It's evolving. It's rising to meet what's already done within me. Meaning what's already said that I have now in this present moment that's my ascension. That is my end. That is my ascension. That's my story, right? So that's my clear line of sight that I am ascending to. That is my ascension. Done. It's mine. I have it. So now I start looking back at, okay, what achievables turned into my ascension? Ah, okay. All right. What accomplishments turned into my achievable? That turned my achievable into that ascension. Okay, cool. All right. I like this. What implementations turned into accomplishments? That turned in my accomplishments to my achievables. That turned my achievables to my ascension end. Whoa. What inward implementations did I do that took me to take my first implementations out here in the physical? What implementation in me was the cause that had my implementation out here as the effect? And I hope that lands, because when I saw this and I wrote this out and I mapped it out, I've never heard any other manifestation person talk about this. I've read hundreds of books on this topic. I love this topic. And it just really showed me, because I wanted something that was going to invoke the power in me at all times. I didn't want to have to say an affirmation 1,000 times or robotic affirm or journal and think that that was the power outside of me that made it happen. No, it's me that makes it happen. It's the word that I speak as God in me that puts that power and authority out there and creates and shapes, and the universe will bend to me by the way that I speak and the words that I choose. So it's all based on who I am and the feeling of it. And by using these words, it instantly gets you and puts you in that power, the seat on the throne where you belong and where you create in your heavenly garden. What do I implement in my garden? And what implementation turns that to an accomplishment, and et cetera, so on and so on, right? And why this works with using the word ascension or ascending, right, instead of want. When you ask, what am I ascending to? You're not chasing. You're rising to an alignment that's already yours. The story's finished. It's done. It's an ascension. You know where you're going. You know your aim, right? You're not becoming. You already are, and you're ascending to it, right? Like how they will say ascending to the throne. Like that's exactly what you're doing in this case. And that word is so powerful to me. All these words that I'm replacing with these other words, these alternative words that I strongly suggest that you use, will make you feel empowering. It will put you in that state of creation, right? You're not becoming, you're ascending to what you already are now. That is powerful stuff. It really is. And I hope that you can feel that. And I'm going to assume that you do, because I know it does with me. And every time I say it and every time I think about it, it does that inside of me. So I'm going to assume that it's happening with you right now while you watch this episode. And I don't say I'm becoming wealthy, right? For example, I say I'm ascending to wealth. Why? Because wealth is achievable for me. I know every implementation that I need to acquire that wealth, to make that wealth achievable to me. My ascension is inevitable. You see how much more powerful that sounds that, oh, I have this goal, I want this, and I take action. No, this sounds way more better. This sounds way more better. This sounds better. It's empowering. It is speaking from your God core on who you truly are as God living a human experience on this planet. It's completely, I can't say other than it's just beautiful to use. It is creation, and you feel it. And you stop looking for things that are outside of you. You stop putting power into things and circumstances and conditions. The world could be falling outside, and I could give, to what, because I know I'm aligned to it by implementing that in me first. And I know that everything's laid out in a clear path, and nothing can harm me. Nothing can sway me. Nothing can move me, because I'm in flow to my ascension, because my ascension is inevitable, right? Or like another one too, for self-concept. I'm becoming confident. I'm ascending to confidence. My ascension is being completely confident in everything and all things that I do, right? That is my end. I am that now. So being ultra confident is not only achievable for me, it's attainable because I live it, I breathe it, and I implement this every day. Versus I take action on this every day. Do you take action on being confident? No, you implement that. It's a way of being. You can already see in that example, just how I used the word action was already misused, because it's not taking action on being confident. It's implementing. It's a way of life. It's what you choose, who you are now. The way that you live, the way that you carry yourself is the way you implement. And that cannot be ignored. And the universe cannot ignore that. It loves that. It looks at that, because the observer, the God in you, your subconscious mind, is watching you at all times to see what you do and how you carry yourself, how you implement, the implementation within you, the implementation you carry out. And then it sees, okay, he is this person. This is his identity. Nothing shakes him. Even if the universe or the 3D outside world is showing him a different story to who he used to be, he's still implementing this identity that he's claiming he is now within. And he's accomplishing his things. They're becoming achievable. And he's ascending to his end, who he claims he is now. Yes, he is this now. I mirror this back to him. You can already see how this plays out, right? So, because becoming still implies you're not there yet. You're becoming to something. Ascending implies you're on your way up to what's already yours. And notice how every stage is just doing that. All these other alternative words are already giving that feeling of now, present moment now, empowerment now. I have it now. Done. Finito. Finite. End of story. Right? So what am I ascending to? That is my ascension. My ascension is done. Finished. Anything and everything that I choose is my ascension. Not that I want, that I choose, right? My ascension is my end, not my goal, not something that I want. My ascension is my inevitable rise. I love that. My ascension is my inevitable rise. Dude, come on. That feels amazing. It really does. My ascension is my inevitable rise. You can't stop me. You can try, but you can't. It's inevitable, right? And when you speak from this place, the universe doesn't give you what you want. It gives you everything that you already are. And it comes about quicker, faster than you can even realize. Because the things that you want, like if it's a business and you're coming out with a big presentation, let's say you're doing a webinar, you're doing a speech at a seminar, right? And you're presenting for your company, and you're presenting to, like, let's say 1,000 people, you got your slides up or what have you, you're calm because you know it's inevitable. You just present. You present and you have all the right information because it's implemented within you already. So there goes the doubt, the fear, the worry that I can't do this. Man, how do I know I'm going to say the right things? No, I already know what to do. I already know what to say. It's implemented within me. Number one, we're good. So what's the implementation? If I don't know the answer now, I'm not going to feel the pressure. I'm just going to work, and I'm going to be aware that when God speaks through me, the God in me speaks and says, you know what? Here's your first opening line. Here are the key points. Here's how this flows. Now you have the effects from the cause within. The effects of the implementation start taking place. It's freaking beautiful, man. It's beautiful. And it gives you what you already claimed through your ascension. It's amazing, right? So I want financial freedom. No, I'm ascending to financial freedom, right? My financial freedom is inevitable. My financial freedom is achievable, right? I want to be healed. I'm ascending to complete health. My ascension is complete health, is strong, complete health. That is my ascension, right? I want love. I'm ascending to divine partnership. My ascension is to be purely love at all times, by everyone and all things, because I am love itself. So that is my ascension. End of story. Nothing else to figure out. There is no other affirmation. There is no other declaration. There is no anything else that can trump that, because that is your end story. That is your ascension. And you start replacing these other words with these alternative words. You take on that identity. You take on that mindset. You take on that speech, that creative nature within you. And that becomes who you are daily. And almost this is who you want to be on autopilot, right? This is what you choose to be. And you're aware of that. And this is just how you normally are, because now this is the identity that lives within you and that is you and moves through you as you. Big stuff right there. So here's how it all works together. The big chain reaction, how I told you it's systematic and formalic, right? So here's how this plays out. So you define your ascension, not what do I want, what am I ascending to? So this sets your frequency, your direction, your destination, your end. Right now, in the present moment, what am I ascending to? You figure that out. Ask yourself that. Is it ascending to $1 million? Is it ascending to a limited wealth? Is it ascending to a better relationship? Is it ascending to be more outgoing with better friends or better circle of influence? Is it ascending to a better career? Is it ascending to better health to run a 5K? Right? What is your ascension, your end story, right? Step 2 is recognize it as achievable already now. Once you already have your ascension, it's achievable, done, right? It's not a goal. This is achievable for me. It's not a goal for me. This is achievable for me, meaning I've already accomplished it, right? This removes the separation and it brings your desire from someday into already right now, not possibly, done. It happened. It's already achievable. I can do it. No questions asked. I don't need to think about it, right? Step 3 is implement what's revealed. Like I said, you're going to hear those divine downloads, and not what do I take action? What action do I need to take today? It's what am I implementing today? And always start, what am I implementing in me today as God in me? What am I implementing today in me that I can be the cause, the first cause, because I am the source. I am all that is. I am the first cause. So what implementation do I give to me today that will have the implementing effects that are aligned to my ascension, to my achievables? See how that's connected? So this removes the force. You're not chasing. You're activating what's already within you. And this is the formula that hit me. This is the big enchilada right here. Every implementation becomes an accomplishment. Every accomplishment becomes achievable. Every achievable makes your ascension inevitable. That is not just how manifestation works. That is pure alchemy at its best. So I'm going to read this again. Every implementation becomes an accomplishment, which then turns all my accomplishments into achievables, which make all my achievables make all my desired outcomes inevitable. So all my achievables make all my desired outcomes inevitable. So again, just because it's so powerful, here we go. Every implementation becomes an accomplishment. Every accomplishment becomes an achievable. Every achievable makes your ascension inevitable. And that, my friends, is how you speak so powerfully to where reality bends to you and says, yes, master, I will give you more of this. So stop using those 3 words and implement these new 3 words and watch reality start changing for you. I know that you're going to see massive effects from this. You're going to feel it, and you're going to see how it all connects, and you're going to be able to tell when you're aligned to it and when you're outside of it. Because if you're not doing the first implementation step within you, then you're not going to have the right effects of implementing that you're going to do to get to your accomplishments. Right? So if you're not doing implementation, if you're not implementing anything, you're not going to have an accomplishment. And you're not going to have an achievable if you're not having an accomplishment. And you're not going to have an ascension if you're not having any achievables. So it's very clear to see the path. Very clear to see how do you get to your end that you already have now on your ascension. Now you just come back to where it all starts from. You know your end. You know where it starts from. It starts from within you. So on that note, I hope that you guys apply this, and I'm going to assume that it's going to do wonders for you because it does amazing things for me. And I thank you for tuning into Alignment of I Am. I am Nick Gonzalez, and all my achievables, all my achievables make my desired outcomes inevitable. And I know this will do that for you too as well. I'll see you on the next one.